Can you hear us?
Yeah. Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me on the computer?
Oh, this is how the lady is.
My ears. Can you hear me on the computer?
That's how the lady is.
Did that noise go away?
Yeah.
Guys, we are live.
My ears.
We are live, and hopefully your ears aren't broken.
Oh my gosh, does it work?
I used to live stream a lot, like 2 years ago, and YouTube has changed the way you live stream, so we just got it figured out. Brandon Dehek, my buddy, says we can see and hear you now. Great. That only took like 2 hours, so we're here. Anyways, that was a giant cluster trying to get this to work. Hopefully this is working good. We are a little bit delayed, so I'm going to shut this down so we can see the comments. But yeah, we just wanted to do a question and answer with you guys today. And we're going to answer not all of your questions, because I'm sure you guys have a lot of questions. But this is like a 100,000 subscriber party. It took a long time to hit 100,000 subscribers. Like, that was always my goal when I started this channel, and after it got up and going, I thought if I could get it 100,000, that'd be rad. So I brought these two guys on, and together we did it, 100,000. So thank you guys. Knuckles, so many knuckles. So yeah, we made it, and we just want to tell you guys thanks for watching and supporting us. We are doing what we love and are passionate about, and that's pretty rad. So we're gonna answer your questions from the Facebook page. If you guys are on Facebook, go to Facebook now. Go to the Hushin channel, Hushin Facebook page. It should look like something like that. And then ask. I'm gonna make a post right now that says, "Ask us your questions." Right now, ask away. Okay, and so we are gonna read your questions from that and answer them.
Yep, let's go, Facebookers. Hit us up.
Like our Facebook page when you get there. I've never been able to grow a very big Facebook page, even on my Casey LeVere account. 40,000 is a lot, but we got 5,000, which is awesome. I shouldn't say it's not a lot, but 5,000 people follow us on Facebook. That's pretty rad, and we thank you guys for following. So ask your questions, and we'll have some answers, hopefully. I haven't got any questions.
You got 4 likes.
4 likes. No questions.
No questions.
But 1 comment. Okay, here they come. Casey, how did you achieve the massive following on your personal Instagram compared to the Hush Instagram? On my personal Instagram page, it's a lot of me with my shirt off, and so, dude, so many people follow it. No, I've worked a lot harder on Casey LeVere. I've had Casey LeVere Instagram for probably, how long has it been up? 5 years? 4 to 5 years, whenever it started. And we really just, when I brought Eric on a year ago, just under a year ago, he started the Hushin page and the Hushin Instagram page. So it's growing. It's something that's new for us in the last year, and it's going to continue to grow. But I really don't have an answer how I grew it faster. It's just I've been working at it longer. So,
but
anyways.
Here's a fun fact: we started tracking data and analytics back in June of 2013, and so Casey LeVere personal Instagram page.
This is the numbers guy. He could keep track of all the numbers.
Look at his spreadsheets.
It had 20,000 followers, June of 2013, compared to 352,000 followers right now. So
yeah,
a lot of work, and there wasn't even a Hushin Instagram page back then, and so.
And the millions and millions of views that his YouTube channel and his personal channel, the millions of views it's generated is going to help those channels grow super fast. So we're not there, but as we add more content and we're staying up to date, it'll just grow.
Here's another thing. In the hunting industry, the outdoor industry, I feel like social media is really just starting to catch on for a lot of hunters and people that spend time outdoors. And but like mainstream media, it's been popular for 5-6 years now. So I think the hunting industry is just a little bit behind, but it's catching up. But I love seeing all the big hunting and fishing Instagram pages that are starting to blow up now. So that's cool. So next question, Nimrod Outdoors. Hey man, I just want to say I'm not sure.
I see his.
I don't know you
comments all the
personally,
time.
but you comment a lot, and we appreciate that. I notice stuff like that. Send me your address. DM me your address on Facebook, and we'll send you some Hush stuff. But he wants to know, what video editing software do you use? We use Final Cut 10.
Yep.
Eric just switched over to it 6 months ago.
Yeah, I'm still learning. It's been a rough transition from PC to Mac, and I'm still like learning everything. But I use Final Cut. Casey used Final Cut because the first time that Casey and I worked together last year, or it was actually this year in February, we did a movie premiere with each other, and I had my files from Sony Vegas, and he had his files from Mac, Final Cut, and we had a nightmare trying to get them to work together.
Yeah, they don't work together well.
We've changed to where we're both using a Mac, and we're both using Final Cut Pro 10.
But I'll tell you this, I get that question asked a lot. What software is the best? I don't know. Like, I know a lot of professional editors that use Final Cut 7 still, and they won't use 10, which 10 is the newer program, but they don't like it. I know people that use Sony, Vegas, Adobe. Like, find something that will be compatible with your computer and just learn how to use it. Pretty much every editing software, you can do pretty much everything you need to do. Even what comes stock on Mac, I don't know if it does anymore. It used to. My first Mac, I used... what was it called?
iMovie?
iMovie.
Yeah, it's on this one too.
Yeah, so iMovie, it comes stock on a Mac. It's super cheap, inexpensive, and it's super easy. But just learn how to use it, and you'll figure it out, and you can make really cool stuff with not the greatest software.
A good one.
Okay, Nate Dillinger, how did you guys first become friends, and when did you get the idea to start a channel as great as Hushin?
So you start the channel, and I'll come in.
Here's the bottom line: how us three became friends. This is weird. Internet dating sites. That's what we call them. I met Eric first, actually. Eric was with the company for a long time, and this was before I ever did YouTube. I watched their stuff. They had DVDs, and they were always down at the expos, and they had a big website, and so I just followed these guys before I ever started doing anything, and I always thought it was really cool. A bunch of young guys doing cool things that they were passionate about. I noticed how they were taking off, and Eric was a big face of that. And so at one of the shows, when I did start doing YouTube, I saw like the potential with it, and so I approached Eric at a show 4 years ago, and I was like, "Hey, dude, like I'm doing YouTube." Hunting and fishing stuff, like I really think you guys could do it and do really well at it. And Eric's like, dude, I've wanted to do YouTube for a long time. I'm tired of doing DVDs. They don't sell. Like, Eric loved the platform, so we just kept in touch, in contact. And I always tell people, like, I want to help everybody. Like I told him, I said, I'll tell you everything I know about YouTube. And I was doing YouTube full time, not hunting stuff, but my other channel. And I want to help you get going on YouTube doing hunting and fishing stuff, because I'm a big believer if we get more channels over on the digital platform, it'll just help everyone out that's trying to do it. So I went and helped him start their channel, and it took off, and they did well at it.
Yeah, we started growing it.
Last year, Eric stepped away from the other company, and Brian here, Brains, I call him Brian the Brains, right? We met on the internet too as well. So we'll tell the way I met Brian was I drew an elk tag in New Mexico. I was on a big popular website looking for information. I found a kid that hunted the same unit that I drew, and so I just started quizzing him about the unit, and he finally offered to take me down and show me the unit. We went down for a weekend, and he showed me around, and then I went and hunted it, and then Brian had met the same kid, Cody, the year
Cody
before.
Lujan.
Cody Lujan.
Much love to you, brother.
Brian had met Cody the exact same way the year before on a website that he drew that same tag, and so that year I drew the tag. Brian had the rifle tag after. I went down and filmed him and his dad hunting. Two of the better videos on Hushin, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
But I met Brian that way.
So that was in 2012.
Yep.
And just we started trying to collaborate on how could we grow the Hush channel when it really was just more of a hobby, and worked together quite a bit, developed a long friendship, and now with the addition of Eric last February, basically.
Well, let's take
You
a
know.
step back. So the way these two came together, well, I kind of introduced you
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
Brian had moved. He's from Oregon. He moved to Salt Lake. You know, him and Eric started hanging out, going on hunts and stuff. But then when me and Eric decided to do the film premiere last year, release our new films, or the Fireball film. Yes, you guys recognize this guy? He had this film. I had my film from Idaho archery hunt last year, and we were like, let's do a film premiere together the night before the expo. And so we were sitting down talking about that, and we were all out to dinner, and we were asking Brian, like, how can me and Eric collaborate to do something together? And Brian had the idea, like, Casey, you should just bring Eric on to Hush. And I was like, dude, that's a stellar idea. So
It's worked out well. We all have different strengths and different personalities, but I think overall we're passionate about the same thing, which is growing the brand and showing people good content. And, you know, we're just guys that are going out every day having a good time in the woods and trying to portray as much of that onto the video as possible. So
Yeah, the YouTube platform allows us to be ourselves and upload anything we want and share it how we want. So we get to go out and film and kind of do it our way, and it's been a good response. Like the semi-live series, you guys seem to like that, so we're gonna start filming that way a little bit more. And
yeah,
kind of going off
this
track.
kind of
but
goes with it. Levi Hubbard, he asked, what are your the top goals of Hush? I mean, just going off the cuff here, like, our goal, and it has always been my goal when I started this channel, and it's definitely our goal between the three of us, is we want to make content that we're very passionate about and share it with people all over the world. Like, that's really the goal of Hush, is to just portray hunting and fishing in the outdoors in a really good way. And you know, if you guys don't know me, I have another big YouTube channel where I just vlog my daily life. Me and my wife and our kids, we just showcase our lives and what we do, and people love it. And so I've brought a big audience that's not necessarily into hunting and fishing over to the Hush channel, and I was really nervous about that at first because, you know, sometimes hunters and fishermen get bad raps because, you know, they're harvesting animals, and a lot of people just didn't grow up the same way we did, and so they don't understand it. But since we've been doing this, it's been really cool because it's opened the eyes of a lot of people that a lot of antis, I'll go out on a limb and say, like, I've had a lot of people say that they were against hunting, they were against fishing, and until they started watching our videos, and they get it and they want to do it now. And that's big for us. Like, we love you diehard hunters watching our videos. That means a lot. Like, that's cool that we are connecting with you guys. But it's also really cool when we get the comments from people that have never hunted and have never spent a lot of time outdoors doing the stuff we do, and they love it too. Like, so it's like the collaboration, these two worlds hitting, and that's what we think's rad, is we're showcasing our passions to everyone, not just a select group of hardcore hunters. So
got a good one. So Stephen Casey says,
great last name.
would you guys go to cable TV, or do you think there's more value / reward in YouTube in running the show yourselves? It's a great question.
You guys want to get me started in on this?
We could go
Yeah.
probably talk about this a lot, but
here's the thing. I have zero desire to ever be on cable TV, to be honest with you. Like, especially in the hunting industry. Like, we've just heard a lot of, I guess, bad experiences with people having hunting shows. And the thing is, we were just talking about this. Growing up, like, we're all very passionate about hunting and fishing, and I know for me, like, before I ever started doing YouTube, I wanted to have a hunting channel. Like, I wanted a show on the hunting channel, one of them, and I thought, man, if I could just get a show, it'd be so rad. I'd be like this big time, like, you know, famous hunter, and it, you know, things would be great. I'd be hunting for a living and this and that. Now getting into YouTube and everything, you know, my ideas of that have changed because TV's TV. Like, I've done a lot of TV stuff before, not just with hunting, but with other things, and you're not able to be yourself most of the time. And with YouTube, we do whatever we want. Like, we make videos when we want, we upload them when we want, and a lot of times, you know, I won't go into that, but you know, like,
here's what I would say from a sheer content standpoint. We can get content out to people that follow us and that are enjoying the content on a much more frequent basis. If you have a TV show, you're only going to get a first quarter and a fourth quarter, let's say, airing. So you're going to have your shows run twice a year, essentially. Comparatively, we can post videos if we wanted to, and we had the time and the content, we could post them every single week if we wanted to. So that's a big plus. We can get content out a lot faster. And I think the second benefit is the beauty of, a cell phone. You can watch our stuff on your cell phone, on your iPad, on your laptop, on your desktop. That's just super powerful. So I think YouTube just has a lot of upside for us, and especially in the hunting world right now, there's not as many people jumping onto it yet, but we anticipate that that's going to go up quite a bit, within the next couple of years.
And not only all that, Brian always states what me and Eric wants to state, but a lot clearer, if you guys get what I'm saying. But another thing is I've been doing YouTube for a living now for almost 5 years, and I am very passionate about the YouTube community. I'm very passionate about the online community. I think what has happened with online content and stuff is really cool, and it really is a statement to say that, guys, I was as blue-collared as it comes before I started doing YouTube and started working and making videos. I hadn't, it wasn't even a 9 to 5 job. It was a 6 in the morning till 6 at night, 6 p.m. job at a steel mill, and now I am making videos for a living, and it just goes to show you guys, and it's not this thing you always hear, but anybody can do it. Anybody, if they spend enough time and effort doing it, they can do it. Not everyone can have a TV show. Like, it's a very tight-knit group. Unless you have a lot of money or a bunch of giant sponsors are willing to spend a ton of money, you really can't have a TV show. But anybody can start a hunting channel on YouTube or another digital platform.
One good question I think hits at all of our heartstrings here. It says, to all, who are the most influential hunters past and present? I know my answer is easy. I can pretty much guess what you guys would say.
Yeah, it's we were, like I was saying before, we were very fortunate, all three of us, to grow up with fathers that took us out into the woods and showed us and introduced us to this passion that we have. And I hold my dad up very high when it comes to that. I know these two do as well, because they're the reasons that we are doing what we're doing. They instilled the passion when we were young.
Yeah.
And we know, like, I understand not everyone had that opportunity to grow up with a dad that hunted or a grandpa or an uncle. And that's why we love doing what we're doing, because we can showcase this to everyone, And the other people that I really look up to are the guys sitting right on the side of me. Like, we've been on a lot of tough hunts together, and dude, like, I don't think there's a better trio of hunters out in the world than us three right here.
That may sound kind of weird, but I think he means it in the most sincere way. It's nice to have people next to you that can help build you up and push you through those tough moments. When especially Casey and Eric have the luxury to be able to go out and hunt, probably more than the average person does, based upon this channel and what their jobs are. And believe it or not, it can get pretty draining over the course of a season of fall. And having people next to you that are positive and inspiring makes a big difference when you go through some challenging times, which, we document pretty much everything, good, bad, or indifferent. So,
What's the next one?
You answer
Anything
next
for
one.
me? Can I talk?
Eric.
Just kidding. Eric, will you marry me? Garrett Carr. You just got married, man, to a woman.
although,
That's not my style.
shout out to the single guy.
Yeah. You guys want to know what this is called? Look at this thing.
That's the neck warmer.
Some people call it a rat tail.
I'm surprised we haven't got a question on that.
That
Guys,
is the neck warmer.
this is the neck warmer, just so you know. Okay?
Yeah.
We get a lot of flack on the comments on that.
In the Fireball video, he had the neck warmer, but it was a lot longer. And when he uploaded it, there was a lot of comments about the rat tail. And it's not the rat tail; it's the neck warmer.
It's the neck warmer.
All right, 2 more questions off this, and then we'll go.
So, how about most favorite
A lot of people have
experience
said that
to
this
date?
year. There's so many. That's such a hard question, because over the times that I've hunted with close friends, my brother. Those hunts are very memorable. This year, helping that 15-year-old kid in Colorado get his first buck was memorable. But the ones that are going to stick in my head forever, I think the Fireball is definitely going to be one of them. Not because of the size of the elk, but the back end of the story, and hunting with my friend Garrett, and seriously living on the mountain every day in a jumping jack trailer, and wanting to hunt this particular bull, and having people tell me that it was impossible and I couldn't get it done, motivated me to hunt hard and get it done. So that one's very memorable. This year, our New Mexico trip was crazy. I had a very emotional day on the mountain with Casey. It's just 21 days of being out there. I mean, it wears you down, and you get an elk, and so that was very memorable. I mean, that hunt, that moment right there, I literally broke down in tears just thinking about like hunting with our friends and like being out in this wild land of just as far as my eyes could see was just nothing except for mountains and the most beautiful sunset. That moment was pretty memorable for sure.
Definitely.
That hasn't happened before.
Oh, you?
I have a ton. I think one of the coolest things, one of the coolest hunts I've ever done and documented, was when I took Gage, my 6-year-old son, out last year on his first hunt. He went out when he was 2, but it wasn't much of a hunt. But I took him out for the first time for him to experience that hunt, like my dad did when I was 6 years old. And we went out on an antelope hunt in Wyoming and shot an antelope, but we just had a riot. And Gage, my son, fell in love with it, and that's all he talks about. And since then, he's been on 2 or 3 hunts with us, and that, by far, that's probably one of the top 5 most memorable.
I'll go with when Casey and I first met in New Mexico, 2012, and my dad and I both were able to take really great bull elk. They're on the channel. You got to scroll way down the page, though. They're from a while back.
They're right. They're one's called Giant New Mexico Gila Bull, I think,
yeah.
and then Brian's is Bull of a Lifetime.
Yeah, and anytime you can share a rad hunt like that with your dad and good friends and family, hard to beat that. But certainly, I think every adventure we go on ranks right up there. I've never had a bad hunt per se, because just getting out there is half the battle. So, other question was, what bows are you guys shooting this year? Which one did we go with?
Defiant, 31-inch Defiant.
Hoyt
I went
Defiant. Yeah.
blacked out.
Carbon Defiant.
So I got
out.
the Hoyt. We all got Hoyt Carbon Defiance.
Harvest
Brown, because it is beautiful.
I'm gonna give the Ridge Reaper pattern a little bit of a test.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Nice. That's sweet too.
It'll be money.
So, okay, one more question, then we're gonna switch it up and go to Instagram.
Our Instagram handle is @Hushin.
So ask one more question. Jordan, will you take a picture real quick so I can put it up? Guys, say hi to Jordan. He's working hard. We're taking over the Mountain Ops offices today. Jordan.
He's just hanging out.
Just hanging out here, working hard, grinding away.
He's just making fun of us of all our
We've
answers.
literally turned the Mountain Ops office into the Elk Cheshire Hush Shrine. So
Yeah, Eric.
we appreciate Eric for all the decor.
We're taking a picture for Instagram, guys.
Wait, I got video. Let's move this.
I never know what to do with my hands.
Let's see if this one goes bigger than Ellen DeGeneres' one.
Oh, this is going to be bigger.
Okay, here we go. Got it.
Okay, so one more question off this, and then we'll be taking questions from Instagram. Ask a good one, Brian.
There's one that's right up Eric's alley. I saw is best ways to shed hunt.
Best ways to shed hunt. Man, when I started shed hunting like 16 years ago, I had no clue. I would literally just find a mountain and hike around. I didn't scout. I just found an area and tried it. And so by doing that, you figure out, where's good and where's not. But very slowly. To speed that process up, the best way to shed hunt is to put in as much time as you can during the winter months right before they shed, so you can know exactly where they're living and where they're bedding and where they're feeding, and because that's where they're going to drop their shed. So to be an effective shed hunter, seriously spend a lot of time scouting. If you're going out for deer, scout hard through January and February, and then they'll start shedding their antlers through that time frame. And then for elk, find the big bulls during February, and so just scout. I mean, as far as terrain, the mule deer will definitely come down into the lower valleys and hit kind of your sagebrush and cedar tree and that lower elevation. And the big bulls will sometimes come down low like that, but a lot of them on different mountains, depending on the type of terrain and the mountains around, they could be way high, like higher than you might even think. So get out there during January and February and just spend a lot of time behind the glass. And if you know where they're at that time, you'll definitely know where to find the sheds.
Okay, so get Hushin. It looks like that on Instagram. I just posted a picture. Ask us questions there. He's gonna ask one more from Facebook.
I got another good one from Joey. Is it Willie? I think it's pronounced. So it said, whose idea was this semi-live hunt series? What are your thoughts on how they went, and do you have other live hunts or maybe live fishing trips planned for 2016? I'm gonna defer to these guys on that
I
one.
swear it was like literally in the driveway of Brian's house when we were packing up.
No, it was the day before.
Was
I
it the day
remember,
before?
Yeah, because I remember telling you on the phone, and my wife never thinks I have that good of ideas. And I was like, Eric, so we wanted to shoot this in a different way. I'm just kidding, honey. We wanted to shoot it in a different way. What
We planned
original plan was we're going to shoot it from 3 different perspectives, like we did. So Eric was going to shoot his day, I was going to shoot my day, Brian was going to shoot his day, to make it different. Because we're always trying to change things up. We don't want to be a cookie cutter, making cookie cutter hunting videos every time. We want to change it up and get people more involved. So we're going to shoot it that way. And I remember thinking, dude, what if we did this? We're going to be staying in a hotel. Like, what if we just do it and upload it every day so it feels like they're there? And I remember telling Eric, and Eric's like, yeah, dude, I've been wanting to do that. My wife's like, that's a real good idea, Case. I'm like, yeah, babe, Anyway, yeah, so we definitely have more plans. Like, we want to make stuff that we like and that you guys like, and we love doing that. Like, we love to us, it felt like we were very interactive with you guys every day about what was going on. Your guys' comments on that first one we did in Colorado were so helpful. Like, it made me, like, push myself, I think, a little harder than I even would have, because I was like, these people are, like, counting on us to, like, get something done.
They're cheering for us.
And it worked out really well because we didn't plan it that way. Like, I would have killed a buck the first day if I would have found a good one, but we pushed the last 2 days, and me and Eric killed bucks, and Brian missed a giant. No. But yeah,
we'll be filming a lot like that. I think, and we've talked about, like, what if we're in a scenario like we're in the back country of Nevada, and we cannot upload semi-live, right? So we can't upload while we're up there, but we can still shoot it in that format. Maybe come back once we get to the valley, we get home, we can cut those days specifically like that. But we still love, the full edits. Like the Colorado elk hunt that's going to launch today at 5 is more of your typical edit. And those are a lot of fun. As far as for being like a photographer and an editor, I get to be a little more creative. But honestly, the vlog style, document style was a lot of fun. So I plan on shooting videos that way.
Yeah,
I know these
for
guys
sure.
do.
Like, that's like I was telling you guys, I vlog my life. That's what I do every day. It's just, hey, we're here, like, me and my wife are hanging out, whatever, and we love doing it. But we definitely have plans to do more. So, all right, we're gonna go to Instagram. So ask your questions. Here's one. So far, this is from T Hernandez 10. So far, how has the First Light gear held up this season, and what's your favorite article of clothing from First Light? The First Light gear is awesome. Like, I've been rocking that stuff for this was the 3rd year, and I have 0 complaints on it. It is the new fusion pattern they came out with last year, which is a First Light's custom pattern. I think is probably the best camo on the market, and the gear holds up well. My favorite piece is the hoodie, the Chama hoodie, and I wear it everywhere. Merino wool's great, which is what First Light basically is, and you can wear it when it's hot and it wicks the sweat, and you can wear it when it's cold and it keeps you warm. And so I like it. What about you? This is your first year wearing it. What are you guys giggling about? People saying mean
reading
things
the
about me?
questions. It's so funny.
Casey's such an idiot. Oh, Brian, look at this.
No, was it the favorite piece?
What do you think about First Light? This is your first year wearing it this year.
Oh yeah, I really liked it this year. I was wearing a different brand that I didn't like the way it was cut. It didn't fit my legs right. It was more of your cookie cutter, just like straight up and down. So I would say First Light was the first brand that I have worn that is a little more fitted and kind of feels better, and it's a little more athletic feeling. But I love the merino wool. The tops were amazing. A couple of them I thought were a little short on the back, but we've got some samples out this year, so I know they made them longer. And
got one from G Epic 96.
Wait, one sec.
Yeah.
Another thing we were just talking about, I was talking about with Jordan and Casey, the guide pants they just came out with last year.
that one, that was by far my favorite pant.
Yes, they are
Very
supreme.
stretchy, very fitted. The cuffs go over your boots really well,
Yeah.
so I like that one.
Anyway,
So, G Epic 96. Besides a good rifle, what's the single most important piece of equipment for a hunt?
I'll say
Oh,
optics.
we'll all agree. I mean, it comes down to a culmination of having gear that works for you, like whatever camo you choose to wear. For us, we love First Light. Whatever boots fit your feet and they're comfortable. But overall, you look at it, like what's been probably the most beneficial thing besides our mountain ops that we drink, which really gets us fueled and gets us through the day. Shout out Jordan. He's not even listening.
Nice plug.
He's not even listening.
I'm not
But we
approved.
really do. We use this stuff every day. Optics, man. Like I think three of us. Everyone hunts in different ways. Like
Yeah.
everyone chooses to hunt a different way because it's worked for them or whatever reason. But we like to get in the backcountry, get on a big glassing point and glass. And our Vortex optics, we find more animals doing that than obviously anything. But
I think you can just be more strategic hunting that way, and we are definitely not opposed to going far and hiking long hours, but we want to make sure we have an animal identified we'd be really interested in going after. And I think being patient behind glass is a unique skill set, oddly enough. A lot of
It is,
people
man.
don't love it because you have to sit down for a long time, but if you can be patient and really cover a lot of country with your optics, I think you're going to be a lot more successful ultimately.
And not only that, but like to be able to watch an animal from a long ways away when they don't know you're there is very beneficial because you can watch their natural movements and their natural travel routes
Their
and
habits,
stuff.
yeah, you can pattern them.
If you can sit and watch them from a mile, they're not scared, and you can watch them one morning, and you know if they don't get bumped that night by somebody else, they're going to do the same thing the next morning. Compared to I know guys that kill big bucks every year, and they just walk through the trees until they jump a buck and they kill it. Like, I will never kill a big buck that way. Like, I'm not good at it. So yeah, our optics are pretty key.
How about from Richman 420? What advice do you have for somebody new getting into hunting?
I would say get on the mountain. There's nothing that you can replace with just experience and being out there. Reading books is helpful. Watching our videos, I believe, is helpful. It doesn't even need to be hunting season, but if you just get out there and you really start to pay attention to detail, it's different. I always tell my friends this, that they love the outdoors. They've never hunted. I'm like, if you guys come with me to hunt, you'll see nature and wildlife in a different perspective when you really start to analyze everything. So I would say for a new beginner, just go outside, look at tracks, look for beds, pay attention and glass, and just learn the animals that you're trying to pursue. So that's my advice. Get out there.
Yeah, I agree 100%. More time on the mountain, more experience, the better, obviously. But another thing I'd say is just don't get frustrated. Like, hunting's tough. It really is. Like, these animals you're chasing these animals in their natural habitat, and they're amazing. Any animal you hunt, they are amazing. So don't get frustrated. Just keep at it and learn. Like, you're going to make a lot of mistakes. We've hunted for a long time, and we make lots of mistakes, probably more mistakes than most guys. But we learn from them, and that's what you want to do is get out and experience it and learn.
So another one from Quinterp7. How do your wives, girlfriends handle you gone all the time on these hunts? That's a good question.
Don't have that problem.
Eric right here is completely single, so ladies, you can find him on Instagram. Hit him up.
Instagram, Twitter,
Case, what does Kaylee
Tinder.
think?
I have the most supportive and understanding wife.
For sure.
She's done this and before I ever did YouTube, like, I spent a lot of time on the mountain. Any chance I got during hunting season. Hunting season is so short, for us Western hunters, it's 2 to 3 months is all it is, and then it's over for the year. Unless you're into like bird hunting and
shed
fishing, yeah,
hunting.
which we all are. So, but I have a very, very understanding wife, but I have to make up for it when I get home. I hope I do. But yeah, my wife's awesome. I love you, Kaylee.
So true. I'm blessed as well. Just like with Kaylee, my wife is so understanding, super supportive, and really realizes like the passion we have for doing this. But what I would say for you guys getting ready to get married is just set the expectation right in advance.
Yeah.
This is the way it's gonna be. Just take it for how it is. But it's
yeah.
nice to have a good supporting cast.
And let your wife what goes the furthest is show your wife appreciation when you get home. That
That's
you know,
right.
I have 3 kids, so it's not just my wife at home waiting for me to get home. You know, I've got 3 kids that she has to take care of by herself while I'm gone. And so, what goes really far with my wife in these ways is for me to show her appreciation when I get home, and that's key.
Never break stride, gentlemen.
Yes.
Right? Tony
Exactly.
Colagrassi, shout out
Yeah,
to
I
you.
want to answer this question just because it's quick. How did Eric like hunting from a tree stand? So, I loved it. I think I grew out in the West, so I'm so used to spot and stalk and calling elk, which are a blast. I love them both. I would never stop doing that. But hunting out of a tree stand for me was something so different. And I have done it a little bit out here, and it is kind of similar to a blind. But for me, when I'm in a tree stand in a hunting situation and you're just sitting there for hours on end, it's definitely more of a mental game. When something finally comes in within bow range, I get the worst buck fever sitting in a tree stand than any other methods of hunting I've tried so far. So for me, it's like super exciting, like huge adrenaline rush. So I love it, and I will be doing more of that.
Do you want to jump on a computer and put that video on private right now?
The Colorado hunt?
Yeah. So after we get done, we got a late start, so we're gonna go a little bit longer than 5. We're gonna go 4 to 5 because we have a new video coming out at 5. But Eric's gonna change it, and we'll go to like 5:30. You guys having fun?
Here's a good one. I think all of us think of this. Casey Wild Adventures, another good name. It says, any of you have any sheep hunt dreams or other maybe kind of bucket list hunts?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like, I would love to do a sheep hunt one day, no doubt about it. I want to go hunt Rocky Mountain bighorns. I know guys that get into the sheep hunting world, and that's all they do. That's all they want to do. They go hunt stones and whatever, California's bighorns, do the Alaska thing. Like, that looks way rad. But for me, like, I didn't grow up around them necessarily. I was never out in the wild and saw them. Bighorns a little bit up in Salmon, Idaho. But for me, I'm very passionate about elk, deer, and antelope because I grew up hunting them, and I was always around them. I definitely want to go we're trying to do a caribou hunt this year, which would be cool. I would love to go do a moose hunt in Alaska at some time. But besides that, like, maybe a sheep hunt one day. I'm pretty content on deer and elk and antelope right now.
I mean, a Dall sheep would be sweet, but I would say that about a caribou, about a mountain goat. And
Yeah.
You've been able to do that.
Yeah, that was fun.
Alaska definitely has a big intrigue on my list of things to go do, for sure. I'm probably more passionate about, like, North American wildlife, and Africa really doesn't interest me at all.
No.
But Alaska would be great.
Yeah, for sure.
Any plans to do a podcast in the future from T. Hernandez 10?
So Eric just got back. Dude, Drew. Guys, this
Yes.
is Jordan Harbison. He is one of the owners and founders of Mountain Ops.
I'm trying to see if I can get this flat enough because.
You gotta tuck your ears, Jordan.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
You're way off.
just a sec. Let me. My neck warmer's gotta stay.
One of the funniest dudes. I'm trying to get him to start a YouTube channel. Him and his brother Casey are very, come say hi, he's the other owner of Mountain Ops.
Is this
It's a
in
little
lag?
There's a bit laggy.
But they have the very similar personalities to me and Eric. Like, Casey's very serious most of the time. I mean, he still has fun and we joke around. Eric's the same way too. Eric's very serious. Me and Jordan, not so much. But
No.
yeah, these guys are hilarious. Anyways, podcast, yes. And I don't know. I want to do a podcast because it's hard to make a video surrounding, like, one subject. Like a question like that we're getting answered. Like, people ask questions all the time. Dude, he's putting them out. So it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to make a video about that. But a podcast, you can just sit down and talk for hours, you know. So, yeah, we're going to do a podcast. We have it. We're supposed to start shooting it 2 weeks ago. And Eric went to Missouri. So, but yeah.
Yeah, so I went to Missouri and hunted instead.
Yeah, so. But yeah, we want to do a podcast.
I think a podcast will be fun. I don't know if Casey said this. I wasn't listening, but when we do it, we'll also upload, like, a video
Yeah.
version to the YouTube channel. So
It
you
just
can watch
seems
that.
really, it's hard for us right now because it seems like so many hunting podcasts have started in the last 6 months to a year. And so it's like we don't want to be those guys that are like just following the crowd and doing it, but we've talked about doing a podcast for a long time, so we're gonna do it. What's another good question there?
Huh.
How do you plan and scout for out-of-state hunts? I think that's a good question that comes up for a lot of people, right?
Yeah, for sure. We most of the time don't at all. We get there,
Yeah.
and I mean, if we drew like a top of the line elk tag out in Nevada, I would definitely be making some trips out there to scout. But like for this year, for example, we did Nevada high country archery deer. We took a horse in there 10 miles, so we scouted the one day before. Colorado, we went out 3 days early on his elk hunt, which is going live today. We just scouted the 3 days before, but a lot of research through.
I think there's different tools. I mean,
Yeah,
it depends. It's like we're getting into the season where you apply for all the out-of-state hunts, so there's a lot of research that goes into that based on how many points do you have, where do we want to put in for, what kind of animals do we want to try to get tags for, and there's different tools like, GoHunt.com. There's the Hunter's Trailhead. There's a lot of forums that you can
there's a lot
research
of chat
information on.
forums.
Yeah, a lot of forums, like Randy Newberg's On Your Own Adventures. Most of those guys on there are pretty sweet. Like, if you draw a really hard tag to, draw, you can usually get on there and do some research and figure out an area you want to be. Like, it's always this thing in the hunting industry, like, I don't want to take your honey holes, but you really do. No. But, you just want to get info. But, another thing is we try to hunt the same areas year after year after year if we can. It's like the Colorado hunt we did this year. We never spent any time out there scouting. Did one day before the hunt.
Mhm.
We did. And but me and Eric hunted it the same area last year. Eric hunted it the year before that, so it was Eric's third year, so we kind of knew where we wanted to be. Same with New Mexico. We drew tags in New Mexico for archery elk, which I've hunted for 2 or 3 years. Brian's hunted for 3 or 4 years, so we kind of knew where to be. And my hunt was first. It ran the 1st to the 14th, and so Eric got 14 days of scouting for his hunt. But yeah, we just try to hunt the same areas so we kind of know what's going down.
Google Earth is another great resource. The Onyx map chips that you can get for each state you're going to hunt is a great resource for where public and private land is going to be laid out. So there's a lot of tools out there that you can utilize ahead of time, but kind of getting back to what we talked about earlier, just getting out on the mountain and using your optics, you can really figure things out pretty quickly if you just be patient. And, we mentioned Randy, he's a buddy of ours. He likes to say when he goes to someplace new, you kind of have to figure it out, you got to sort it out, and then hopefully you're packing it out. And I think that's a good motto that we kind of run by.
Yeah, I mean, going back to our optics, like, dude, what's the saying? Let your glass do the walking, not your legs. So the tag I had in Colorado for elk this year, the video that's going to go live right after this, is a tag I actually bought through an outfitter. I always wanted to hunt this unit, and just with the point system the way it is in Colorado, there's no way I was ever going to hunt it. So it just worked out. I had a little extra money this year to buy a tag. The outfitter I bought the tag through, I told him I didn't want, I didn't need him to guide us or anything. I have confidence in me and Eric, but I would like him to do a little bit of scouting because he lives in the unit. So he did some scouting for us, kind of showed us where to be. But really, me and Eric went down there, and finally the third day we glassed. The bull I ended up killing Eric glassed from like 6 to 7 miles away. We could tell it's a bull we wanted to hunt, and we got in there. I'm not going to ruin the video.
Jeez.
No, yeah,
Redo.
just go watch the video. No. Yeah, but so we just use our optics a lot. You can cover a lot of country with your optics. So
How about favorite meal that we've made on the cooking channels?
Oh man, let's see.
the one we did today. We did a video. We brought in Eric brought in his whitetail backstraps from Missouri and backstraps, or no, it was legs.
Some mule deer steak.
Some mule deer steaks from his deer from Colorado. We put the Camp Chef Smoke Pro up today here at the Mountain Ops offices, and we did a taste comparison. So we cooked up both mule deer and whitetail, and we had the guys here try it out. And I'm just going to tell you guys from the east that hunt whitetails, you guys are lucky. Whitetail, and I love mule deer, but whitetail is just a little bit better.
I think one of my favorite meals that we did together, we haven't shared it yet. We haven't released a video on the channel yet, but when we were hunting New Mexico elk, we had some backstrap from the antelope that Casey took just a few days before. And while we were out there, we picked pine nuts. And we did like a crusted
Yeah.
crusted, like a pine nut crusted backstrap steaks on the Camp Chef, and
That was dope.
yeah, that was dope.
Plus, we
Way good.
we did another one the next day or a couple days later with some antelope backstraps and wild onions that we picked down there while we were hunting.
That's definitely my favorite. Fresh meat and fresh nuts, I guess.
Vegetables.
He's such a good gatherer.
So organic.
Better gatherer than
I
us.
was a
We were
good
using
gatherer.
the
Every
meat
time
I hunted, and we were using the plants that Eric harvested or gathered.
What's where were you hunting in Missouri? Like 29 people have asked that question.
What was the
I was
county
just
road
trying
called?
to think of the
Do you have the
town.
geo
We
stuff?
were
I've asked Eric.
We were in
100
northern-
times, he never knows.
we were in northern Missouri, not very far from the Iowa state border. I honestly don't remember the closest town. We were kind of on the outskirts of any like town or anything. Where we were is just farmland, but I can't think of the town.
Missouri, northern Missouri.
Northern Missouri, like super north.
Here's kind of a good one from D. Centurini. I don't know. I butchered your name, bud. But bottom line, what's your good luck charm for hunting, or do you have any superstitions? Man.
I do have one piece, like I have an orange hat that I wear in a lot of my general season rifle hunts when I hunt with my little brother. And I got that hat from my grandpa that's since passed away. And it's so funny because I uploaded a video from this year wearing that hat, and someone was like, "Is this footage old?" And I was like, "It's probably because of the foam trucker-style
seriously,
orange hat."
If
But
you guys remember, I know I got my hunter safety in Idaho, and when you graduated hunter safety and got your certificate, they gave you an orange hat, and that's the hat,
it
dude.
looked like that with the buck
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I take for good luck and like memories and just kind of like a sentimental thing. Superstition, no. I just keep a positive attitude every time I hunt. I just feel like,
Make your own luck, huh?
yeah, create your own luck and hunt to the
I
end.
used to have
no
this
matter what.
really lucky hat that I wore. It was like this beanie that had a brim on it.
That's
And I never knew it at the time when I started wearing it, but like I started looking at pictures years later, and I was like, every time I have a picture of me killing an animal, I have that hat on.
Guys, I'm so disappointed right now.
Well, did we forget something?
Our
sorry,
good
sorry,
luck
sorry.
charm, without a doubt.
And I introduced this to
And
you.
Casey's the one that created this, but
Dude, you don't remember?
George freaking Strait.
You listen to George
Oh,
Strait
yeah,
when you're in the
yeah.
truck, out
guaranteed
hunting.
kill. Guaranteed kill.
And when
Guaranteed
it's
kill.
not gonna happen anymore because I don't think he's gonna release any new albums. But every year that George would release a new album, and I'd listen to it, dude, I'd kill fireballs.
We couldn't play on the semi-live series for copyright purposes,
Yeah.
but you best
we
believe
were jamming out. too.
we were playing a lot of George Strait.
I suck. I forgot that.
There's a
That
lot
is,
of-
like if I was to have a superstition, I really buy into this. Like
There was a lot of
I have
karaoke
everyone I
going on.
hunt with, Tony, my dad, all the time. Like we'll be driving around trying to find a spot or like in a little bit of a lull during the hunt. My dad's like, "Why the hell aren't we listening to George Strait?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, throw it in."
That's your alley, dude.
Yeah, was it Hunter
Yeah, Burlow.
Burtlow, dude. I see your comments all the time too. Thanks a lot for always supporting us. He asks, "What is the best pre-hunting season workout plan?" Man, to get ready for a hunt, I like to shed any extra weight I'm packing. So body fat. I try to lower my body fat as much as possible before the archery hunts start, because my diet usually goes out the window once the hunting season starts and I start eating on the road.
This
and
dude can pack it away.
I just like give up. So I try to get in shape come August. And as far as a pre-workout plan, I mean, there are so many pre-workout plans that I think are great for hunters. There's a lot of functional training, high reps, having great endurance. Not a specific workout plan, but definitely get in shape. I use the Stairmaster myself for cardio. I used to do a lot of empty stomach cardio to lose body fat. So in the mornings before breakfast, I'd go do like 45 minutes on the Stairmaster, but I don't have like a specific plan, to be honest. Just a healthy diet and supplements is definitely important too.
Quentin P says, "Do you plan on doing any waterfowl, upland, or turkey videos?" I think that we have a turkey video
It's up.
We do have a turkey video.
and we've been doing a little bit of upland bird hunting recently, so those videos should be
Pheasant,
coming
yeah.
out
Yeah, we
soon.
did some pheasants. So I am like the most rookie bird hunter ever. The two things that I don't know is bird hunting and fly fishing. And Casey got me a fly rod for for Christmas.
Dude.
Did I bust something? Did I ruin something?
Well.
Anyways, so yeah, we're gonna start doing a lot more of that, and you guys will just laugh at me because I know absolutely zero about upland game and ducks.
That's
Never
what's
been
great
duck hunting.
about having this trio. Like, we're all rookies at one thing and experts at other things, or think we're experts, and we help each other out. Like, yeah, Eric's never fly fished before, really. I mean, a little bit, you
A little
have,
bit,
but
very,
we're
very.
gonna do a lot. We did some this year. We're gonna do a lot more. Shed hunting. I'm not a shed hunter, to be honest.
But he finds all the sheds.
I only find them when I'm with you or Brian. Shed hunting's fun. It's a great workout, great way to get out. Like we were talking about beginners, like get out in the woods. Like being in the woods, you learn a lot about, the habitat and stuff like that. But I just find it very unfortunate when I go out shed hunting, I never find sheds. But when we're out hunting, I'll find sheds. So.
Eric, this has come up. I've seen a few of these, but when are you going to get your freaking phone screen fixed?
You guys sick of looking at the trail cam
Eric,
pictures?
let me just tell you something about Eric.
It
Eric
still
is
works.
the most minimalist person you'll ever meet. Like, if it's not completely broken, not working, he doesn't care.
Like,
Like,
good enough. You
yeah.
can still see it.
his brakes on his truck are, like, going out. Like, they're barely working. And I told him, like, what? When we got back from Colorado, go get your brakes fixed.
And
Oh, today I'm like, you got brakes fixed?
No.
No, they're still working. Same with his phone, dude. If it's not, like, dead.
I mean, you know where the keyboard is. I learned that in, like middle school.
All right, let's do,
This one comes up a lot too. I know we probably answered it before. What kind of cameras do you like to use, prefer?
So I had a Canon HF21 for years. It's just
Yeah.
a small little handheld HD camera, and that was great to help get me started. I've always carried that, my Contour Roam. If you guys see the head camera, I love that camera because it's so easy to switch on from off and record. So that's great for like kill shots and stuff like that. But GoPros, and then we bought a Canon 70D this year, so we have two of those. Big.
Canon XA20 is like a really good like run and gun camera that gets really good video. It has a external mic that's really nice. But with like the live hunts, we just used handheld Canon. What's that one you have? I don't know where it is. Just handheld. But I mean, you really don't need the most expensive camera to go out and capture memories in the woods. Like get a camera that will shoot 1080. Get a camera that you're comfortable with, learn how to turn it on and record, and that's all you need to know. Go out and experience it and use it. That's the best way to get good at something is just do it over and over, and you're going to fail at it sometimes, and you're going to get better and learn, and that's my opinion. Like, you don't need to be a film student to go out and make cool stuff. Just learn how to use what you have, and
Yeah, I think one of the cool things that we've talked about doing, and I still want to do really bad, is film an entire hunt simply with an iPhone. You can do rack focus on these things. You can do slow motion. You can film through your spotting scope with the phone scope adapter. So, I mean, if you're looking to just get started, use what you have. If you can afford something, I think buying like a really good HD camera, like Casey said, to help get you started. But we don't use like the super high expensive cameras. You can get by with like a nice small handheld HD camera.
So we're going to do 10 minutes of answering questions from the comments on YouTube themselves, the
The
chat.
chat.
So ask us, I'm going to go back through a little bit. Casey, this one's for you.
Oh, great.
Would you recommend Mountain Ops products for weight loss?
Well, I used to be 400 pounds. Believe it or
And
not.
now he's shredded.
He did the.
Yes, as a matter of fact, I would.
As Jordan's over there eating
Yeah,
caramels.
eating caramels. Unfortunately, this time of year we get lots of goodies and gifts that go against what probably a lot of people think Mountain Ops stands for. But no, in all reality, over the last year we've seen some incredible success stories from people that have lost tremendous amounts of weight. But I'm not going to be the one to tell you that it was all the supplements. It truly was them changing their lives and putting some intense effort towards changing their life. So, did the supplements supplement and help? Absolutely.
Definitely.
That's what they're formulated to do, to get your metabolism going again, give you the motivation you need to actually do it. But it does come down to the individual wanting to get their butts off the couch, even for just 60 minutes a day, whether it's hitting the gym, hitting the trail, hitting the mountain, hiking, running, biking, whatever it is, like by doing that, getting that activity with supplementation and dieting, you're going to see tremendous effects, especially, you know, like Eric was talking about getting into hunt shape before hunting. It makes your hunting experience so much more enjoyable. So, did that answer it?
Yes. We're gonna do. Can I announce this?
Yeah,
We're gonna do a 90-day challenge, right? Is that what you call it? 90-day challenge. And you can obviously clearly see we have 3 very separate body styles, body types.
Yeah. No kidding.
These guys are always trying to look like me. But we're going to do, a 90-day challenge where, we're all going to have separate goals, different goals of what we want to achieve in those 90 days using the Mountain Ops supplements, which honestly, we don't ever push a product unless we believe in it, and we use it. And we believe in Mountain Ops, and we use it definitely for hunting. And that's what I was telling Casey, like, Mountain Ops, it's a supplement. And always in my head growing up, I thought, if I'm taking supplements, I'm trying to, like, get ripped to be the biggest guy in the gym. And Eric, Eric spends a lot of time in the gym working out, and he looks great. He really does. But for me, like, even if I'm not in shape and I drink it like I'm now, and when I'm going hunting and I'm using it, like, it's for fat guys too, like, it helps me feel better. The Enduro makes me not cramp up at the end of the day after we've hiked miles and miles. The Yeti gives me energy to conquer that hill, so it's not just for the guys that are spending, 20, 30 hours in the gym every week. It's for everyone. And I promise you, if you take it religiously every day, it will cause you to want to better yourself in your body. Anyways, like, you want to shed some pounds and get in a little bit better shape. So
There's a bunch of products too beyond.
Yeah,
maybe
there's
just
a
a
lot of
couple
different
that everybody
products.
sees. I mean, there's multivitamins, there's protein, there's meal replacement. There's a whole host of stuff.
Altitude
So
stuff. Yeah.
got to go through and find out what would suit you best.
jerky,
I know you guys are getting a little
Beef jerky,
bomb
The
jerky.
original protein stick.
Right.
Come on.
teriyaki flavored at that.
Okay, let's answer some questions off. Oh, yeah, we're doing that.
Any plans on hunting pigs in California again?
No.
Our good buddy Brian Grant. Boy, he had a good connection for us.
He was in charge of the hunting on a big ranch down there.
Yeah.
And we were able to go and hunt some pigs a few times, and it was a riot. Hunting pigs is a blast. I'll tell you what's the funnest about it is that meat is amazing.
Yeah.
So if anybody knows of any ranches we can come hunt, let us know, and we would love to do that.
Do you guys ever have plans on hunting elk in Arizona? That is like my dream hunt. Going back to the dream hunt, when I watch a lot of the guides and outfitters, like YouTube videos in Arizona, bugling bulls, bow hunting, those giant elk in that type of like lowland desert kind of terrain, that's my dream hunt. Sadly enough, I've never applied in Arizona. So at this point, I will never hunt
the 8 ball
in
on that
Arizona until I can buy the governor's tag, which will never
one. Maybe. Never know.
happen.
That would be amazing.
Arizona?
points in
You guys
Arizona?
I have a
hunt?
couple is all.
I had a
Not
couple
enough.
years ago, and I quit applying, and I lost them. But Arizona, yeah, if you're an elk hunter, like, why aren't you applying in Arizona?
Why aren't
I
you?
look at myself in the mirror every morning.
Here's one real quick. Eric, does your whitetail really taste different than mule deer? And absolutely yes. We did the
I
video
wouldn't
today.
say it's like extreme, like
Well, like the flavor isn't.
the flavors. To me, anyway. Go on. You tell your side.
Okay, so the whitetail I've had, especially recently, has been like the best cuts. Like today we cooked the backstrap, and I thought it was more tender, and I thought it was just. I don't know how to explain it. It's weird. You get a mule deer,
Yeah.
like we had the mule deer down there, and it's great. Like the mule deer meat is awesome.
I think what it was for me is I grew up on mule deer. Eat mule deer all the time. I've eaten whitetail in the past. It's been a long time, but I don't eat it on a regular basis. And so the whitetail is just a little bit different, and it was a lot more tender. And but it was just a little bit different. That it was like something new to my taste buds. I think it was like whoa, but it is amazing.
Let's see. You guys ever thought about hunting blacktails and Roosevelts in the PNW,
No way.
Pacific Northwest?
No way. We were up there. No, I shouldn't say that. We were up there on a steelhead trip with Brian and some of our other buddies last year, which it is absolutely gorgeous up there. But man, that stuff is so thick. I don't even think you can use binoculars up in that country.
I want to.
It would be a different challenge.
It's a different challenge, and that's what's attracting to me lately. The more that I haven't killed a ton of animals by any means, but I've spent a lot of hours out chasing deer and elk in Utah. I like to get out and do something different and see new terrain and different animals I've never seen and I don't understand. I like the challenge of learning a different area and seeing how different animals react in those situations.
I have a lot of respect for the guys that go out and kill Roosevelt elk on the coast on an annual basis, like consistently. Like, it's pretty rad. Like, we're definitely gonna go do a Roosevelt hunt one day.
Yeah.
I was just kidding about definitely no, but it is some thick country, but it is gorgeous out there.
Any plans to do any more muskie fishing? My brother Walker and I want to get Casey out up to Pineview, which is here in Utah, and get him on some muskie. So I plan on it. My brother, I'm sure, plans on it. I'm sure Brian would love to fish for muskie. So yeah, we do. It's just we got that one lake that's convenient for us. Other than that, everything else is too far away.
Hi from Ecuador. What's up, man?
Ecuador.
That's pretty cool.
Crazy.
Most scariest experience while hunting. That's a good one. When I was like 16 and I first got my license, I went on a shed hunt with my cousin who is currently living in California. And so I'm 16, I'm young. I drive a Suzuki Samurai. And I bail out to go shed hunt. And I got turned around, which is crazy because I'm really good with like the land and getting my way back to the truck. It's never been a problem. But I got turned around once, and that was pretty scary. I did literally panic. Dropped all the sheds I found, started running around, and had to tell myself, okay, Eric, you need to calm down. Think about it and go where you think you need to go. And I did, and I walked right back to the car. But that was a pretty scary moment. I was young. I thought I was lost, and it was cold.
Yeah. I did that one time. I'm like Eric. I feel like I have a pretty good sense of direction. When I get out walking around, I kind of always know where it started anyways. And this was like the year before I got married, so this was like 13 years ago. I drew an elk tag in Idaho, and I took my little brother, who was probably 7 at the time, Logan. You remember this, Logan? And we were going out scouting. It was summertime, and we left the truck early in the morning, and somehow I missed the canyon, and we got like 3 canyons over. And we were never like completely lost. I just knew it was going to be a long day. And we ended up having to go like 12 miles to hit the main road, and we got a ride back to the truck. But yeah, at the time, my little brother was freaking out. He was 7, and we're going to die. And so I was trying to keep him calm. But we called it grizzly bearing one time when we were out hunting up in close to Yellowstone. That was pretty crazy. Nothing too scary. What about you?
Same thing. Lost. I was a kid.
Yeah.
Fog rolled in. Thankfully, I was bird hunting, and my dad was like, "Go jump up those geese a couple circles over." And by the time I got there, the fog rolled in, and so I got turned around, and a fishing game cop picked me up about 4 hours
Yikes,
later,
man.
walking on the road.
All right, here's a quick question. Let's see where to go. Have you ever been to Canada? No,
Nope, not yet. This year.
not yet.
This
You?
year we're going.
Not to hunt.
Not, but you've been there?
I have been to Canada, not to hunt. Though.
What for?
Skiing, Whistler.
Skiing. Nice. Have you ever hunted for moose? That's my number one animal that I do apply for here in Utah. It's a once-in-a-lifetime tag. So you get your one tag as a resident, and you never get it again. So I'm building moose points, but I have never hunted for moose.
I forgot we were gonna do some giveaways. Jordan, you want to do a giveaway?
What?
What?
Free stuff? Yeah, we can give away stuff.
50% off Outlaws website during the live.
Right now? What's the code?
Hush 50 all one word.
All right, guys.
Hush
So
50.
here's not a giveaway, but here's a giant if you guys want to try some Mountain Ops out, Casey just made a Hush code. So go to Mountain Ops website, getmountaiноps.com. Use the code HUSH50, HUSH50. You get 50% off anything you order. So awesome deal. Go try it out. The stuff works
Only during the live
only during the live feed, so you got to do it right now.
Here's our code.
Hush.
Hey,
50.
wait, we're trying to bounce our viewers away.
We're
from
just
our
gonna
viewers.
push them
No,
away.
just kidding.
Let's say half. Let's say
Open up a new tab.
We'll give it a
I would
window.
say, yeah, open up a new
Yeah.
tab. Listen to us. But that's a giant savings. 50% off anything. Go get you some stuff. Try it out. I promise you'll like it. Not only do they have amazing supplements, their lifestyle stuff, their clothing, top
On
notch,
point.
on point. So yeah,
Let's
go get some
see.
stuff.
Hi from Sweden.
Hi,
Here,
Sweden.
I'll go down to the warehouse and grab
Get 2 Hushin hats
2 Hushin hats.
and whatever, or 2 Hushin hats. Get 4 Hushin hats and whatever you want to give away.
Okay.
We're gonna do a giveaway. You guys want some freaky stuff? We gotta think of something, how we can give something away. Let's think of a question. First one to respond.
On the chat, question
yeah.
about one of our videos, like one of the low key ones or something.
Okay, let me try to think about it.
Okay, you think. Do you like bananas? I love bananas.
He loves oranges too. He's eating like
I'm eating a lot of oranges
half
today
of an
too.
orchard today.
I like fruits and vegetables, especially in the summertime when it's hot. Your thoughts on fixed blades versus mechanical broadheads?
Fixed.
All right.
Fixed.
This is the first year that I had
Fixed.
an experience with what would have been a very lethal, amazing kill shot on my New Mexico elk. I was shooting mechanicals, and I've heard this story before when a bull is, somewhat quartering away and you hit it with a mechanical blade and it opens up and just rides down the rib cage. So I've heard that story from other hunters on social media and stuff. So
Yeah.
that did happen to me this year.
Yeah, definitely. It was. We were in New Mexico, and it was just like what I'd always read about mechanical shooting at an extreme angle.
Uh-huh.
It happened exactly like what I had read. I just think. I know there's some good mechanicals out there, and guys use them, and they do some serious damage. But for us hunting the West, like we never know where the shot's going to be, uphill, downhill, on the angle. I just think there's less room for error with a fixed blade. But I've had problems with fixed blades too. The bull I shot in Idaho last year made a perfect
Yeah, it's
shot, double lung shot on with a fixed blade, and the bull lived through the night. And some other hunters, you guys know the story if you watch the video, found him 2 days later. So
Another question that's popped up a lot is talk about the rifles and maybe the calibers that you guys use. What do you like? Why are you shooting them?
So I have shot a 270 Winchester short mag for a few years, and honestly I haven't rifle hunted a lot the last 5-6 years because I've mostly bow hunted. This year I got the new Howa Model 1500 270. I don't know why I shoot the 270, to be honest with you. I'm not much of a marksman. I don't shoot a lot. But the 270 I always thought was like a good gun for both deer and elk. It's not a super long-range shooting gun, but I like to shoot kind of within 500 yards anyway, so 270 over here.
I got a few different guns I use. I had a Remington Sendero that I used for a long time, 300 Ultra Mag, Remington Ultra Mag. Great gun. I felt really confident out to 800 yards, but it's just a little too much gun packing. It's like a 12-pound
That
gun,
thing's
really.
heavy.
Like the Sendero, if you guys know, it's got a big vortex on it, which is a sweet scope. And then I got a brake on it. It's just a heavy gun I like packed around. This year we got some Howa Innocent rifles. What do I have? The Hogue.
You have the Hogue model, the 1500 Hogue.
Hogue model 7mm. I can't say enough about that gun. I've used it on 3 animals this year, and this video you guys are gonna watch it. If you watch it after the elk video, I shot a bull at like 250 yards, 7mm, 168 grain burger. Did a number on the bull. It was a perfect shot, by the way. But no, I've been super happy. The gun shoots right where I want it to, and you got some gear there, dog.
I got some stuff, man. I just ran down there as fast as I could. So
Okay, so let's do this. We'll do an Instagram giveaway
boom.
let's do,
The Eric semi-live
Oh, yeah.
cap. So Eric's gonna sign this cap.
let's sign the bottom.
This wasn't the original prop used in the set, but it was one of the actual design. So we're gonna have you sign this because this was a semi-live first cap
Yes, he
Used
used
by
that during the
Eric
semi-life hunt in Colorado.
in Colorado.
So we're gonna have to write this stuff down. We gotta think of a way to get rid of it, though. Hold on. Let's go to. Okay, here. This will just be random. The first person I see, you can either go at Casey Laver, which is CaseLaver. There's no E at the end. Or, what's our Twitter? Get Hushin.
Yeah, hold on. Is it the Hushin?
The Hushin at THE Hushin
The original.
HUSHIN. First person I see on either one of those that says at Casey Laver or at, let's do both, at Casey Laver, at Get Hushin. You have to follow us. Congratulations on 100K. Hashtag congrats on 100K. Boom. We'll see who hits it. You on the Hushin one?
Eric, come sit down.
No one so far.
I'll
It's
slap
on
inside
Twitter,
your lap.
guys. Oh, I guess it's a little delayed. That's why.
Yeah, why are they so slow? Oh. Just hitting that refresh.
Yeah, you gotta.
Bam, right there. Dude, I'm so glad. Is that right?
Did I just see Hunter?
Nope, he beat. Oh, dang.
Oh, John.
Hunter, I thought it was you, Hunter. And Hunter Barlow, we're going to send you something because you always comment on our videos and stuff. John Polson, you win the Mountain Ops Eric Chesser Hush hat. So I'm going to follow him. Did you see that? John, oh, he did, yeah. Oh, he just did at Hushin. John Polson, I'm going to follow you. DM me your address.
Congratulations, John.
John, DM me your address. Okay, next one. What should we do?
Okay, we got some Hush
We gotta
love.
combine some stuff here. We're gonna go Hush. This is a sweet hat. Hush hat with Blaze. This is what I'm talking about. These Blaze. 2 of these in the morning, and I'm rocking all day. Okay, so there you go. Hush hat and Blaze pills. Make sure we remember that's John. Okay, so what's the deal? What do they have to do?
Do you have a sharp or a sticky note?
Okay,
Slap
so
the
the
sticky
first
note.
person to get on our...
You're right.
This will be fun.
Right now, whatever.
First person to DM us on the Hushin Facebook page and tell us Jordan is a stud.
Oh,
Jordan, so DM us on Hushin on
I just might
Facebook.
throw into something a little extra for you.
Jordan is a stud. You have to hashtag it. Anyway, I'm going to answer some questions while we're doing it. Thought, yeah, do you want to go to Canada? Yeah, we want to go to Canada. Oh, someone just win. Right there. Dalton Adrian, DM me your address. You got the Hush hat and Blaze pills. Good job.
Boom.
Dude, they're coming in. Dude, Jordan, I'm going to send you these. So every morning you can wake up and be
I-
like, I don't know.
I
God.
need
don't
the
know if I can
confidence
go on."
builder.
Like, Jordan's a stud. I am a stud.
I am a stud.
Dude, so many. Like they know.
Dude, look
they
at all the
didn't-
love,
They
man.
know they didn't even win, and they're just giving you love still.
Dude, we'll still take care of him. Know that you can get 50% off Mountain
Yeah.
Ops right now. Hush 50.
Hush 50.
Boom.
5-0, dude. Should we do some ammo?
Do some ammo, man. Get some
This
bloated
is a
nutrition
whey
in you.
protein meal replacement. This is the stuff that I'm gonna rely on heavily when we start. I think do we decide January 1st? We do the 90-day challenge. This stuff's great. So let's do that and a Mountain Ops cap.
Boom. Throw in the general with that guy. So we got Mountain Ops ammo, and the general is going to a. You guys can do like a Facebook fan.
Nope, we're gonna go. This is what we're gonna do. First person. Let's go Instagram. First person to tag us. Okay, it has to be a picture of you taking a selfie watching the live stream, and you have to tag us at Hushin or Get Hushin on Instagram. First person I see come up on the feed, you win that stuff. Is that gonna work?
Yeah, that'll work.
Are you guys having fun? Is this fun?
Casey's cheating.
Oh,
over
Casey's cheating.
I get all the info.
there. You can't
before
win your
everybody
own
else does.
stuff.
Oh, dude, I already have it.
Are you serious? No.
No, I thought.
No, that's you guys. You can't win your own stuff either.
Oh, duh. So,
Some people's kids.
I'm learning Instagram right now.
Yeah.
Where would that be? Oh, it'd be here.
Says the guy with like one of the biggest pages on Instagram.
There we go.
Okay, so it would be under photos of you, right?
Yeah.
Boom.
Nothing
There we
yet.
go.
Hit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Whoa, winner, chicken dinner.
J Clay Dev 21. J Clay Dev 21. DM us your address on Instagram, and you got the
Mountain Ops ammo,
ammo
with the general cap.
general cap.
All right, this one's gonna be for ladies. Can we do one
Ladies.
with specific ladies? Any ladies in the house?
Oh, dude, this is a good looking hat.
We got the ladies cap.
And what about
And-
some Renew or?
Let's give the ladies a little Enduro, a little
Okay.
cardio enhancing. We'll do
So
a
this is
lady or
only for the
gentleman good.
ladies, Mountain Ops, and the Enduro. This stuff is I take in the morning and about halfway through the day when we're out hiking. This I used to get cramps in my legs a lot. This will help you stay hydrated for sure and focused, right?
Yes, this will keep you energized, focused, everything you need for your daily, as well as in the gym, on the mountain, life in general.
Whatever you're doing.
Whatever you want to
Okay, so
conquer, take
how are
it.
we gonna give this one away?
I was just thinking about that. I actually was thinking because it's a ladies thing, I feel like there's only one guy in this room that needs the ladies.
You have to left swipe Eric on Tinder.
On-
Is that how it works?
Yes. First person to take a selfie of themselves and say, I want hashtag Eric's neck warmer at gethushin.com or get Hushin,
On
sorry.
Instagram.
On
again.
Instagram right now gets this.
Hashtag neck warmer.
Hashtag neck warmer.
Yeah, I want hashtag Eric's neck warmer.
At Get Hushin.
And then tag at Gishot. There it is,
Just
dude.
look at it.
Look at that.
Dude, we're not
Enjoy
gonna-
that. Soak that
This is gonna
up.
be hours. No one's gonna be responding. We're gonna be like, all right, we're opening this up to the guys
That
now.
is such a gift. All right, now to the gentleman. We're going to get flooded. It's going to crash. It's going to break the internet.
Okay, so ladies, are you watching that?
Okay, do you want to do a hat,
Neck warmer.
hat
There's
and
one.
Okay, so ladies, you got to do that real quick. You say selfie?
Yeah, she got.
She
Yeah,
do it?
actually, neck warmer. I want.
Okay, perfect. Well, who is it?
I don't know how to say that. Adkins Erica. So Adkins Erica. I got it.
I don't know how to say that.
Well, I'm like trying to read it.
Uh,
How do you spell Canada? C-A-N.
okay, Atkins Erica.
Yeah.
Atkins Erica. You get the what's this hat called? Ladies cap.
The Vixen cap. I
Vixen
don't even
cap.
know. Have we named that case? Casey just calls it like the till. Like Casey's
Chill.
really good
You
at
get
coming up
this
with
hat,
names
you
for
get the
products.
Enduro, and you get a rub Eric's neck warmer.
Oh my
you guys
gosh.
meet. And a date with Eric.
Okay,
Okay, second
Hush.
last giveaway.
Hush cap
Hush cap
with a Wapiti
with a good looking sweater right here.
Mountain Ops hoodie.
Mountain
And so you
Ops.
just need to send us your size within the message.
Yeah, send us your size for the hoodie. Where are we gonna go with this one? Should we do a Facebook?
Facebook.
Let's go Facebook. Can we see their post if they posted right to our?
First person to comment on the next picture.
Okay, first person.
To comment on the next picture.
I'm
I
trying to
post.
think though. Okay, first person to comment on the next picture of our Facebook that Eric's posting right now. You're gonna win this hat and this sweater. It's delayed a little bit, so it's like takes a little bit. It feels like it's taking a little extra time, you know.
Yeah, but they're pretty on top of it.
Yeah,
Everybody-
that last
you guys
one
are
was
awesome,
quick.
by the way. You guys are quick. Those thumbs are just moving,
I just
How many
had 2
people?
photos.
So we have 176 people watching right now.
which is rad.
That's cool.
That's
Thank
so
you
cool.
guys. Yeah, I just want to say this is like a 100,000K celebration. But you know what we do is our passion, and we're very grateful for it. And it's all because of you guys. Like, if you guys weren't willing to, weren't into what we do, weren't into watching us and sharing it and liking it, we wouldn't be able to do this. So we just want to give a big shout out to you guys and say thank you so very much. And we got a winner.
The first person to comment.
Yeah. Who is it?
Bradley.
All right. Bradley Stanley.
Bradley
Stanley. So DM or message us on Facebook. You get this hat and tell us what sweatshirt, what size of sweatshirt. This is a extra large. This is a double XL. So whatever size you need, let us know and your address, and we'll ship it your way.
Okay, so we'll do this. We'll make this one the last one.
This is the trip hat giveaway.
So we're gonna we'll do this. How about this? We'll do
Okay.
black and blue
Oh, so it's got like
Hush.
all of your colors covered right there. One of these hats will go with anything.
with $100 gift card to Mountain Ops.
With a $100 gift card to Mountain Ops. Big one, guys.
So let's see, Brian, Casey.
How are we gonna do this?
How are we gonna do this one? This one's like the grand
This is
finale.
like
This
the
is like
grand-
grandio. This is like
Let's
you've been
see.
watching the fireworks all night, and then finally that finale hits. You're like, oh my gosh.
How about this? We'll do in the comments.
Oh, within the YouTube.
Yeah, so on the YouTube comments.
Oh, how about a quiz?
Okay, so this is
For those that have been listening and paying attention.
okay. Yeah, so this is a quiz. What did we ask? What was the question we answered that would if you guys have been listening the whole time?
Who's been the most influential in our life?
Well, that was pretty wide open. Yeah,
Something about a series, a video, or something.
you gotta whisper it so they don't know.
What day did you kill your Colorado pup?
I don't think we really said that.
Yeah, we didn't say that. That's why it's a good question. Well, we didn't say that here.
All right,
You're-
yeah.
You're trying to see if they're from
You
watching.
see, they're answering questions already. Okay, so this is a question. This is like if you watched our videos and you watched our live hunts, what day of the hunt? Not like number wise, but I don't know. That's not good.
All right, sorry.
Here's
You guys tell us the
Wait,
question.
here we go.
now.
Here we go. This is gonna be
Jay,
get ready.
Ed Rev, definitely not getting a hat, Jay. Using language like that.
Oh, come on, Manny. Really? Some people's kids. How about this? How many days are the three of them going to take a challenge for the Mountain Ops Challenge?
Yeah, what's the challenge?
What's
How
the
many
challenge?
Days?
How many days?
It's a blank
Next one.
challenge. Blank day challenge.
Do you hunt lions without killing? Equalizer, sneeze.
12th day. Me.
There.
4th and 10.
Whoa!
90. Whoa, just blow up. I can't keep up with this.
That's crazy.
Jonathan Rail. Jonathan Rail, you won.
Got it.
I don't know how I'm
Jonathan
going to get your
Rail,
address
congrats,
without you giving
bro.
it to everybody. But Jonathan Rail, go to our Facebook page, Get Hushin' One, and send us your address. And you got these two hats and a $100 gift card. Way to go. All right, is that our giveaway?
Yep.
All right, dudes.
Thanks for
Ladies and
support.
gentlemen.
Thanks for supporting these guys.
Yes, we honestly appreciate it. Appreciate everything you guys do. Oh yeah, so as soon as we get off in like 2 minutes, we stay on the Hushin' YouTube page, and we will make that new video live. The Colorado
elk hunt.
It's ready.
It's ready.
It's ready to go. Anyways, guys, thanks so much. That was fun. We'll do this a lot more.
Thanks, guys.
We
Oh,
love you
buddy.
guys. Anyways, yeah, and if you want some Mountain Ops stuff, hurry. Casey said I'll give you 10 more minutes. Hush
10 more
50.
minutes.
Dude, you got it. 6 o'clock. Mountain
Hush
Standard
50.
Time. It ends. Get that
GetMountainops.com.
50% off.
Get mountainops.com.
That's GETMTNOPS.COM.
You're good
Got
at
it.
spelling. Anyways, guys, we love you. We'll see you next time.
Thanks,
Go watch
guys.
the video.
Hey, we'll do this again, too, pretty soon. We'll try to do these live feeds. This is a lot of fun.
You stay classy, world.
That worked good.
That was cool, guys.
There was a lot of people that called you guys happy kids.
I know.
That was so-
I wasn't reading. I started reading like.